Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this video, I want to talk about credit reports and your credit rating. There are 3 companies in the United States that collect credit information and data and prepare reports that are available only when you give your authorization for it to be checked. Now, every time you apply for credit, part of your application is going to have a section where you're giving permission to the company or person that you're applying for credit with so they can check your credit. Also, some employers ask for this permission, and also insurance companies now increasingly ask for permission to check your credit rating. The main information that is reported is your name, your social security number, your address, your employer. That's all up at the top of the report. Then it will show your credit that you have currently, credit limits that you have, how much you have outstanding to that creditor, and what is your history of payments. Do you have any late payments? Late payments are defined as outside the installment payment. For example, if you have a Visa card and your payment is due on the 10th of the month, if you don't pay it by the 10th of the month to the next payment that's due, so if you are more than 30 days late, that's going to show up on your credit. And the more of those you have late, the more dings you have against your credit, and your credit score is going to go down. You want to have a high credit score to help you qualify for lower interest rates and better terms when you apply for credit. Now, the report is used to show whether or not you follow through on promises that you make. It also tells a creditor how much you have already borrowed. So when you give the information on what your income is and whatever the item is that you're trying to buy, a house, a car, a credit card, a piece of jewelry, sometimes furniture is bought on credit. So they're going to look at how much you are asking them to loan you, and they want to see how much you already owe to other people. Number one, what is the ratio, what is the percentage of debt that you already have to what you take home in a given month, and is it reasonable? Now, for example, for houses, any type of real estate, they're going to look at it as a percentage of your net income. So there are certain ratios that they use to determine whether or not you can reasonably afford the mortgage. Very few creditors are going to allow you to borrow money that is matching dollar for dollar what you bring in. You're going to need money for food, you're going to need money for utilities, for clothes, for transportation, and things like that. So they're going to look at how much debt you have already, what you have done with that debt, have you been responsible, how much debt you have overall, and also how long have you had that debt. So one of the things that the credit counselors will tell you is you want to have, this might not make any sense to some people, but listen to me, you want to have some credit always on your credit report that shows 0, so that you owe them nothing. Now, you also need to pay attention because they will look at, the people examining your application for credit will look at your credit report to see how much you can charge. So for example, if you have a credit card and you have a $10,000 limit but you haven't charged anything on it, they're going to pay attention because you can borrow up to $10,000 on that card at any given time if it's an open account. So they're going to take that into consideration when they loan you the money. However, if you have several credit cards and you pay them off every month, you're establishing that you're a good credit risk, and depending upon your income and the length of time that you've had this credit and the lack or absence of late payments is going to increase your credit score. So I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you know someone who could benefit from this, go ahead and share it. And we love subscribers. Thanks to all who have subscribed so far. And I'll see you next time.